We are in Nashville continuing our tour. If you enjoyed the first part of the video where we looked at all of the historical dolls and their displays, or if maybe this is your first video joining, welcome. It doesn't really matter what order you view these videos in because it's not like telling a story. It's just looking at the displays at the American Girl store. But the first video did cover all of the historical dolls, and I will be sure to link that in the description below so you can click on that if you wanted to start with that video. Welcome to All Dolled Up with Kate. I was just very lucky and had a surprise trip to Franklin, Tennessee, which is where the American Girl store is. This is designated as Nashville, and I love getting to look at these beautiful stores. They are few and far in between, so I wanted to share some of the video footage that I took because if I had to guess, I would guess that the majority of us do our American Girl shopping all online. We are looking at the checkout area. There's shelves that define the line for checkout with a whole bunch of merch. You see there the mini dolls, and I thought the mini doll display was so cute. How they've incorporated the dolls, some of the historical dolls actually, with those tumblers that are in the iconic meat prints. So lots and lots of mini dolls, tiny treasures here. That's how they have them labeled. And this is the first time I saw this book. I hadn't seen this book before. That's one thing when you shop online, you don't know what kind of little trinkets you might be missing. But I will definitely want to pick up this Everything I Need to Know I Learned from American Girl book. We've got other fun items here. The trunk is always something that is a standout in my mind, but kind of a large array of grab and go items there for those last minute purchases at the checkout. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Girl of the Year sections. The Girl of the Year section at the Nashville store. I actually really like this. You see we had a large display for Summer, who is the Girl of the Year 2025 after all. And then Lila had lots of love. We'll take a look at that later, but let's first take a look at Summer and that dreadful box. But hopefully, I think American Girl got the memo, and this will be the only box design that is without the window, even though I guess technically that's more like old school Pleasant Company, but let's not get into semantics. Another thing I really liked about the Nashville store is that they had a lot more open displays where kids could actually go and play with the items. I felt like Chicago had the least amount of these, and maybe I'm wrong, or maybe it just was so overwhelming and big and I just remember more of the glass displays, and they did have these open air or accessible for play areas, but I certainly felt like Nashville and Washington, D.C. had far more than what Chicago had. And why that rings a bell is because at the Washington, D.C. store, I was always kind of correcting or kind of fluffing up or primming. I don't know what's the right word there, but I was always making the displays ready for photographs, but I really didn't do that at the Nashville store. I'm not sure why. I was just so focused on getting every single thing filmed, and it really was a work trip too. I actually left super early so I could do this kind of before my first work events. And then I also stayed after my work trip to wrap up the filming for this video for American Girl store that I can share with you. Anyways, let's get back to this display here. And you can see it's looking a little rough, but is it a little rough already? They're really trying to make fetch happen here, making this Summer McKinney's items. The pet spa is really cute. I think my niece, I know she would love it because she loves animals and it just has a lot of really good play value. We've got Summer's baking accessories being shown off here, and that is an official item for Summer. It's missing the apron on this wall, but one thing it highlights I think really well, which is tempting me to want to buy this accessory, and that is the 4 dog cookies, each decorated in the shape of the sugar cookie with such adorable decorations. I don't know about you, but I find myself mesmerized by those videos where very talented people are decorating cookies with the icing. What's that called? Let me know in the comments. It's the sugar cookie icing where it's so shiny and beautiful. I love these cookies. I think they'd be really fun to own, but at $55 for this set, I will certainly be waiting for a sale. And then we have Summer herself showing off that apron with also her colors of her theme in sprinkles, and I love that they've incorporated the American Girl star in this apron. And let's talk about her Stars and Snuggles PJs. This is so cute. I love it. The plush slippers on these American Girl of today PJs, I remember Kavi's, I didn't really think much of it, and then when I actually had it, and the slippers were a 10 out of 10. Overall, this Snuggie, while definitely warm for summertime, but definitely looks very snuggly and adorable. And this display is so well done because look, she's got her sleep bundle there with her sleeping bag for her family's backyard camp out. I think that's so cute how they've got it rolled up like she's carrying it around. And she also has her multicolored knit stuffed dog is how they describe as part of her sleep accessories. Next up, we've got another Truly Me item they're trying to pass along for summer. And this is the All Set for Sleepovers canopy bed, which I love it. I love the gold details on this bed. I think the canopy piece is really nice. I love in the display this rainbow that's in the colors Summer's aesthetic. I made a whole video early on when Summer was first released where I was trying to really kind of get to know and understand at least the theme that they were having for summer, where I really focused and narrowed in on the colors of her collection. And so it's really nice to see that nod here back to summer with this wallpaper. All right, back to that trundle bed there. We've got the waking up is rough. Whew. I feel that statement very much being someone who is not a morning person, but somebody who is very good at staying up late. So waking up is rough for me, but this is adorable. I love the headband, and you can't really see the slippers, but I always thought the slippers were really cute as part of this set. Also part of the trundle set, you can see the plush cat pillow and the plush dog pillow, each featuring those embroidered faces. I think when I always look at the trundle, I narrow in on the pattern of the bedding, which I don't love. It's too pink and purple. I wish they went more, just picked one of the colors. And so that's always distracted me from noticing how adorable those pillows are. We have Summer's treat cart. Look at this display with Summer herself wearing her hat. I didn't realize the hat is part of the treat cart set. But then we also have a couple other bundles here in this display. The Truly Me Kitchen, I think it is. Let me look it up. The kitchen table for two set, and then also the Gourmet Kitchen part of this. And it is certainly adorable. Not sure why you have your cart inside right next to your kitchen, but you know, it's working. Now this makes a lot more sense to have her treat cart outside on the grass there, and you see Truly Me 104 looks like is working that cart stand selling those delectable treats, the pretend cupcakes, the pretend treats, the display stand, the gift bags. There's so many pieces part of this set. I certainly didn't really give it a lot of look when summer first came out. That's pretty typical for me. I like to just really kind of focus one thing at a time, but now that I can step back and really enjoy this, it's fun. Those pretend cookies are also part of this, so I guess if you bought both sets you would have, well, double lots of extra cookies. And let's look back here at all of the displays, see a little bit where we came from, and then we can also look at this display on the back side. We've got Summer. The wallpaper has that kitchen display printed on the wallpaper. Certainly makes this look really cute, and I think that's the table from the World by Us collection, the community center table and chairs. Yes, that really is a nice backdrop. It's not like a crazy color. It's just a table that would be really nice to display things. Here she's displaying some of her baking, or I guess she's baking and displaying some of her cookies. And then we've got Summer again. She's so cute with that headband. Probably an unpopular opinion, but I thought Summer's accessories were one of my favorite items. I think that the purse, the dog purse, is just so cute. Fun fact, on my channel, we actually did have a Summer's Collection showdown where we voted for the best item in Summer's entire collection. It was a really fun thing to get everyone involved on my community page for voting, as each of Summer's items had a showdown with another item, and then whichever one won the most votes, it went on to the next round, and so forth, until we could crown one item as the winner. And Fettuccine the cat, and Crescent the dog, and then that other outfit, Waggy Pup Tails outfit. I love this skirt. It's one of my favorite things from summer's collection. If I had to pick one article, one piece, not overall set. Let's go on to Girl of the Year 2024, Lila. And can you tell who had received lots of love in this store? This wall display of Lila and Hollyhock, her horse. This was such a beautiful, what is this, wallpaper? I mean, this was like floor to ceiling. This thing was massive. If I had my husband here, I would have had him take a picture of me standing in front of it, but he was not part of this work trip. This was beautiful though. Lila looks so adorable in the fields at golden hour with the lighting in the grass. Whoever had designed this wallpaper, 100 out of 10. Love it. And also on my community post, I had made a poll for which item or which display case you thought had me waiting around the longest, waiting for kids to wrap up playing with it. There was always somebody playing with Lila's items. I don't know how long I waited, and I circled back. I kept going to film this section for Lila, and there was a kid there, and this is a kid's store. Us collectors obviously love American Girl doll, but I am certainly not going to get in the way of anyone having fun at the American Girl doll store, and I certainly want to do my very best to respect everyone's privacy. And so I kept getting ready to film Lila or filming something, and then kids would run up and play with the open air display. They had like the gymnastics, and that was available for kids to get their hands on. And if you voted for this, you were correct, because Lila's corner here was the very last thing I filmed, and I kept coming back to it and then having to go and step away and film something else and then coming back to it and so forth until the very end, where it was the only thing I had left filming. And I think I had like, I don't know, 3 different sets of families come by and play with this that I had to wait on. And maybe the poll was inaccurate because it did not include the fact that there was a TV in Lila's section. Was the TV drawing the kids in, or was it Lila's gymnastics set and all of her collection? We might never know the answer to that, but I will say that kids weren't really watching the TV. They were definitely playing with Lila's items. The poll is certainly not scientifically accurate because of that variable, but in my biased opinion, the TV did not affect the study design. All right, Lila, things are selling out left and right. And here we see the gymnastics set, which is so funny. I didn't even notice this at the other stores. I didn't even know she had gymnastics equipment. That shows you how much I pay attention, I guess. Did not take the time to fix that display. All right, we are ready for Truly Me dolls. This was the main focus when I went to the Chicago store for their private shopping event. It was all about the new redesigned Truly Me outfits and the 3 new dolls. But I am certainly going to try to film and give you all a good view of all of the dolls here in the window display the best I can. I think I've mentioned before, I always try to wear black because it helps with the reflection the best. But filming these window displays and the 360-degree displays and not getting people in it, it's always a challenge. If you're ever like, why did she film it from that angle? It's probably because I was trying not to get the glare or a person who was standing right there. All right, we've got the new dolls here, just giving them their moment. Doll 132, and spoiler alert, I did buy this doll. I tried my very best to wait, but when I saw that they raised the prices, I jumped on Amazon right away before the price increase trickled into Amazon. It was certainly downloading all the price updates, but for some reason, 132 didn't have the extra $10, so I went ahead and I just jumped and bought it. This is probably like the quickest, what is that? Where you buy something before really thinking too much about it. Impulsive. This was This was the most impulsive doll I've ever bought because I saw she was $125 still and I just bought her right away. Even though like I totally know these dolls will go cheaper than $125, especially at the next Amazon Prime cycle. The Truly Me's historically have been the ones on sale for Prime Day, but with the new Truly Me relaunch, they certainly did not do that this past Prime. If you're still wanting a good deal for the Truly Me dolls, there will be a time to get them. Knowing how American Girl historically works, they always will put the dolls on sale at some point. It is fewer and further between their sales where they actually allow dolls to be included, but it will happen. All right, as we continue our tour of looking at all of the dolls and giving them each their moment, doll 131, I tried really hard to see if her wig looked finer, if you could see the wig cap in the back, but from the angle with the display case, I could not really tell. Actually, maybe I could a little bit, but it looks like they certainly had it laying just perfectly where you couldn't see there at the very top. I hope they'll fix this wig problem at some point. Will they? I don't know. But either way, she is really cute. I do love this new addition to the Truly Me line. And I was blabbing away. I didn't get to talk about the other new doll, Truly Me 130 with the bangs. I love her bangs. She's probably the next Truly Me doll I'll want to get the next time they go on sale. I'm definitely waiting for a sale at this point in time. She is really cute. I love the bangs. I've seen a lot of people do really cool things with having them part in the center or part in the side or go straight across. It certainly seemed like you can train for bangs. Let's talk about this Truly Me 110. This was the first time I saw this doll. Well, obviously not the first time I saw the doll in the store because I know I've seen this doll before. But let me say, I have a new appreciation for her. She is so cute. The freckles are so precious. I think I always just lumped her in with the dolls with the fun colors in their hair, and I never really looked that much closer at her, but I don't know what face sculpt she is because I am really bad at really bad at that. But she's cute. She is cute. And it's so interesting to see so many of the Me outfits. I guess that we've also got the Street Chic collection, but it's interesting to see all of the different Me outfits that they have available there in the back. I remember the first time that I saw one of these Truly Me displays with all of the dolls, and it was overwhelming. There's so many to choose from, but now I look at it and I really admire that there's so many to choose from. It's so fun to see all of the dolls together, and especially so great to see this amazing new Me outfit for the Truly Me. Okay, so they have these other display cases, and this one is on the back side of one of the Truly Me's, I think, and it has those Truly Me outfits where in the store you can do that bundle where you pick a doll, pick an outfit. I think you pick like an accessory or a pet, and it's like a whole bundled thing that you can do together. So they had that display of Truly Me's. They had these two other corners. You can see the Birthstone collection outfits, and then on the other one you can see the flip. What are these called? Style flip, reversible, whatever they're called. Those outfits on display. And we did have Jeni's ice cream truck here out and ready for display with an adorable dog hanging out there too. I truly lost track of which displays were by each other. It gets kind of like a maze in my head. And also I'm not necessarily filming like left or right. I'm jumping around depending on what is available and what display no one is at. But I bundled all of the bedding and the bedtime stuff together here. As you see, another display for that trundle bed, and then this was really cute, the Sweet Dreams PJs. These two dolls both wearing those adorable PJs. I don't think this is new, but I have never recognized or paid attention to this before. The on-the-go bed set. This folds up into like a crossbody bag, and then it folds out into a doll bed, and there's a pillow and a blanket there. This was really cute. I don't know if it's the display that's winning me over, but it's a fun idea. And they had both the on-the-go bed and the trundle bed again in another display here. This display looks like the perfect slumber party. Definitely a little disheveled, but we see that adorable doll with this robe. I've never seen this before. Comfy puppy robe set. How adorable. I have never noticed this before, but that is really cute. And I love that they have ice cream in the bed. Thankfully, it's just plastic, so it's not sticky, because that would certainly have made a mess. I mentioned in the other video that sometimes I like to zoom in on the display and really look at all the detail, but also I miss getting the big picture. And so I also took some pictures of the displays, and so you can see and enjoy what it looks like on the whole as well. That's what we have here at the end of this. You've got the crib with these two cuties in it. I don't have the crib of the little bitty babies, and I don't recognize that one PJ set. Is the PJ set in the back there? Is that available? And you've got another little bitty baby wearing the duck robe, and this is part of the bubble bath set. And I actually recently purchased this set during their sale, where if you spent the max, you got 25% off. We're missing a lot of the items from that set. I'm sure we'll see them later, but I did end up purchasing this because I thought this was so cute. How many times have I said that in this video? I really hope no one's counting. Sometimes it's hard to think of other words. I will never be that person to be able to look at the most adorable American Girl doll items and not use the words cute and so cute. I just can't help it. And we got one more look at this display where we've got the trundle bed, and this party went real crazy because you can see the plant in the back. Transitioning over to the Birthstone collection here. And this is the first store where they didn't mix and match these outfits. Wild. I've always thought it was a little crazy that they mix and match these. I guess trying to show the imagination and the creativity that you can do with buying more than one of these outfits, but they're expensive. I think they used to be $52 and now they're $56, or maybe they trickled up from 52 to 55 to 56. I don't quite remember, but to buy multiple of these is certainly pricey. I do not have all of them, and it took me a while to actually collect the ones that I do have. If you've been around my channel at all, you know I like to try to get a good deal, because I always say money only spends once. If we can stretch those dollars, it's always for the best. I waited to buy these when they were included or available as part of a sale, which seems to be pretty seldom. These tend to be an excluded item in a lot of their sales. So if you've got your eye on one of them, it might take some time before they will include it in a sale. But I do know for a fact that these were included at one point. That was when I jumped and I went ahead and purchased a handful of them. And I actually unboxed a lot of these for my Olympic video that I did last summer. Hard to believe, last summer we were all enjoying the 2024 Olympics, cheering on Simone and Jordan among the others. Oh, Ilona too. Oh, how could I ever forget? That was such a match. Do they call it match in rugby? I could definitely go for watching some more rugby. I think I still have a few of these Birthstone outfits I haven't unboxed. I love a theme, as you might be able to tell. And so I've got others that I haven't unboxed yet that I will once the theme presents itself. I don't have those two though. The blue and the green. The green is fun. I always passed it, but the darker green. This one, I know this is August, and for August birthstone, and I certainly do have this outfit. Actually, Kavi wore it when she was dressing up to go see the premiere of the Wicked movie, and I do really like the August birthstone outfit, and I especially liked it on Kavi. All right, we are going into our next huge wall, and to the right there, we do have a private room in case anyone is getting their ears pierced. We've got all the shopping displays over here for these 2-in-1 outfits. Truly Me 117 showing off that cowgirl outfit. And on the other side with the silver sequins, Doll 100 is wearing it. Or should I say Cher from Clueless is wearing it. Why will I now think of that when I see this Doll 100? I love this. I don't know if it's because she's standing in front of Kavi's wallpaper, that design that I absolutely love from Kavi's collection, and I just think the sparkle looks so good, and maybe it's how she's got her hair braided as well, but this is shockingly one of my favorite displays. And then we also have the other two outfits, I guess, in this. So the Glam Sparkly Concert outfit, and then also the Shimmering Ocean. They're showing the two different outfits in this one. And then we've got all three of them together. So we've got the doll and then the reverse, the style flip on the mannequin there. And yes, the Shimmering Ocean one does look so similar to me, but the one style flip without the sequins, I will forever see Taylor Swift acoustic set. When I see this, I don't know if it's the high-low, but I will certainly be using this outfit for an AG American Girl Recreates video in the future. And we've got the next doll. I can't remember her number and she's not wearing her tag, but in my collection, this doll, her name is Starlet because she is a star. Seriously, so cute. Like, I don't know, the silver, the reverse this didn't stand out when these outfits first came out, and now I'm like obsessed with this silver outfit. I like the star, the foil print stars on the other side too, but the silver is where it's at. And then lastly, we have the Glam Sparkly Concert outfit, and then all of the fun accessory sets that come, well, they don't come with. For $34 more, you can get these accessory sets that reflect or complement the 2-in-1 reversible outfits. I love these backpacks. I haven't gotten any yet in my collection, but I certainly hope to own these before they retire. But I'll be waiting for a sale.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
And on Wednesdays, we wear pink. Clearly by this display. These girls are, I guess, jet setting with a suitcase. They're shopping for their shoes, and this is just an all-around fabulous display. We've got the celebrity chic outfits making an appearance here, which used to cost $45 and now costs $50, which I thought the $45 was wild. If you are patient and not in a hurry to get these outfits, I was able to get this outfit on Amazon for $26. It is doable to make it happen. And I don't know, is that helpful if I share information like that? I don't want it to come across the wrong way, we'll just say. But if you are a bargain shopper like me, it's nice, at least I think it's nice to know what the options are here for pricing. I just am trying to be transparent. If it's helpful, let me know. If it's not, if it's more frustrating than anything, then I also get it too. Oh wait, I was wrong. The celebrity chic outfit I got for $29. And the floral fashion, this one, this cutie that is now on my radar is wearing here. That is the one that I got for $26 on Amazon. And then we have Truly Me 106. I'd recognize this cutie anywhere in that outfit that I am so now in love with. And girl went shopping. It looks like she also bought stuff at American Girl store. Can we blame her? Now let's talk about Crocs. American Girl Crocs. I know there's a billion videos out there, but I figured I'd go ahead and show them here just in case so you can see what it looks like at the store under the bright lights, I guess. So we've got the classic clog for the 18-inch dolls, and then also I tried to compare it with the classic clogs for girls, or if you're lucky and can fit into the girl's shoe, for you. And like I said, I know there's a lot of other reviews and people who have bought this, so definitely go check out those videos. One thing that I noticed in the store was how pretty the sheen is on these shoes. I don't know if the video is capturing this that well, but it is like an iridescent pearlescent. I don't know. It's a beautiful color. I would say that it seems like the American Girl 18-inch doll size version is more white, like a more white plastic, and then the adult size has this beautiful iridescence about it. I didn't try to see if this fit. I don't know. I just wasn't in the shopping mood to try a pair of shoes on. This gave me an appreciation for the girls' size shoes and how fun it would be to actually own a pair of these and be able to walk around with them. And of course, match your dolls. Okay, so back to looking at it on a whole. We have been traveling down this wall and we're almost the end here where we've got the trunk. The storage trunk, and I actually was going to buy this in the store because I know you have to pay the shipping fee to have it shipped from online. And so I actually went to the store with the intention of buying one of these storage trunks, and then I talked myself out of it. I don't know if I mean, I know I will one day own it when the time is right. So I'm not sad about it. And then we've got all these other goodies, all these fun little extras, I would call it. And this last piece that was out from the glass and able to be played with is maybe why I was thinking of that Mean Girls reference about going shopping. And this is the RC sports car. How cute is it? It looks like Bruiser, which is Elle Woods from Legally Blonde's doll, and they just went shopping here. And then the book section, this little library corner, which is nothing like the Chicago store, but who really needs to compare? We've got books and bookshelves, and that's what matters here. Now we're spinning around towards this back wall, and this is where I think the hair salon was, which I did not realize was called All Dolled Up at some of the stores, which is, I don't know, maybe a little embarrassing. My channel is true to its explanation that I spent a lot of time away from American Girl and was getting back into it. And I learned that, and I always was like, oh gosh, maybe I should change my name of my AG2 channel, but I didn't. Here we are. Or I guess I haven't yet. I don't know. I guess there's always still time, but yeah, sorry if you came here for hairstyle tips, because that's not me. Anyways, we've got the travel stuff. It looks like we still have the Morocco and the Fun in the Southwest, and then Fun in the City for that doll that's wearing it, driving around in the convertible in this adorable Southwest backdrop. Arizona, USA, Route 66. Really well done. And they even have the roadway, which not sure why the two girls are standing in the road, but that is just not important right now. What is important is this is adorable and very on theme. And they did have the other travel sets here. I stopped filming because this is where, like I mentioned, the doll salon, and it was really busy. This was Saturday before I left town, and the place was crawling with people. It took me, I think about 2 hours just to film all of the Truly Me section, and I had filmed all the historical section in maybe 2 hours, maybe 2 to 3 hours. And that was a weekday night when I did the historical. So I kind of wish I had flip-flopped it, because the Truly Me section and the Girl of the Year and everything in this video, I should say, certainly is harder to film because it's much more open spaced area and was really busy. But that's not the way I did it. But I didn't realize that I wouldn't be able to come back until Saturday. Thankfully, I think I still captured all of the displays. It just took me a little longer, and well, I guess I didn't get the behind the doll salon, which it wasn't like displays of things to purchase. It was, well, let me look. Let me see. Maybe I have bits and pieces of it in the backdrop when I was filming the Peaches and Cream display during the week. I'll insert those if we can see any additional images of the doll salon without people, with limited amounts of people. And you just saw a closer look of Jeni's ice cream truck. This was on a really steep sale. I purchased it for this price on Amazon, and you get free shipping that way too. If you're looking for it, I don't know if it's still on Amazon, but maybe if they're trying to clear out inventory space, that might be an option again. Maybe helpful advice if you're looking to add this to your collection before it retires. And back to those table and chairs, and this table is set to the nines. Is that the saying? I'm always so bad at those sayings. To the nines, an idiom meaning to perfection or to the highest degree. I would say that with his 2-tier fancy sandwiches and little cakes and double teacups. We've got a table mats, and we've got the punch there. This is very cute. And this doll here that they are retiring with the strawberry hair, the strawberry highlights in her hair, she's really cute. I actually did purchase her on their end of the clearance sales because she has the most beautiful face. What face sculpt is this? Help me out, everyone. But she's beautiful, like super thrilled. I kept trying to talk myself out of it because I have too many dolls, but then I couldn't say no. They're retiring her, and she was for a great price, and she is really pretty, especially after going to the store. It was just fate going to the store and admiring her beauty, and then the sale that happened after I went to the store will soon be in my collection. I don't consider these dolls in my collection until I unbox them, and we all know how I am about unboxing things in a untimely fashion. Oh, and in that headband from the Celebrity Chic. I think it is. Is that the Celebrity Chic outfit? Yes. I really want to like this headband with the pearls, but there's just something about it that doesn't quite work. I don't know what it is. It reminds me of those like padded, the soft plush headbands that people will wear to hold their hair back while they're getting ready. Do you like this headband? Let me know in the comments. And the service dog is so cute there, helping out that Truly Me 122 doll. This is the service dog vest, and it looks like it runs $22. We had another display for Jeni's ice cream truck, which interestingly here, we've got the historical section merging with the Truly Me section. Anytime I get to talk about the historical collections, you can maybe tell from the excitement in my voice, but I love it. And we've got Julie's skating outfit here alongside the Jeni's ice cream truck and the Jeni's table. And you can see this fun in the sun travel outfit. Now, they did have this in the store, as maybe you saw some boxes sprinkled throughout. I did grab an extra, so it's sold out online. If you wanted it, I would be happy to send it to you for exactly what I paid, which was full retail price, because the sale that occurred the week that I went was only online, unfortunately. If you want it, let me know. You can always shoot me an email. My email is in my bio on my YouTube page. I figured I'd buy an extra one just in case somebody had their heart set on it and it retired before they could grab it. Certainly will sell it at retail cost. Well, at exactly what I paid, so retail plus tax and plus exact ship. Let me know, first come, first serve. And I don't even know when when this came out. I think it surprised me seeing it at the Chicago store, but we've got the grill and games set, which has that adorable grill, and then also some fun backyard games. We've got the ring toss, I think, is that what that is? The tic-tac-toe on one side, and then the bag toss game on the other. Oh, and also the ring toss, there it is. This display had like a table with a bunch of stuff sitting out front, so that's what you're seeing there. And then also the hit the road scooter and sidecar, which my husband thought the sidecar was the coolest thing when we went to the Chicago store. And we've got one of the cats here hanging out on that sidecar. And then this is all of the items that were in front of this display that you may have saw peeking out. So we've got towels and the water bottle, and certainly things that seem like they're pushing, or maybe it's like timely since it was summer and this is all summer focused items. All right, looking at the store. That is that corner that we just went to, and we're going to go into this back corner here in the far back where the bathrooms are, and the cafe is as well there that you can see the window on the one side after we look at Jeni's truck one more time. All right, we're in that back corner here, and they had another backyard fun set here with the Truly Me outfits. There's the much better view of the ring toss, and we've got this really cool like mossy display that they have. I guess the grass would be too long to have the dolls stand up very well, but we've got Truly Me 112 and also Truly Me 113 hanging out there. And then as we spin around and look at this 360-degree display, we see the grill again. This doll, I don't know, is this 100? Is this Cher? I can't tell. It's not, because the Truly Me 100 has blue eyes, doesn't she? I don't know. I'm not even going to try to play this game anymore. I'm surprised these dolls don't have their little tags in the store, helping us who are less than stellar at identifying these. Love this one's hair. Truly Me 116 with the braided space buns and the really fun headband with a huge bow on it. All these Truly Me accessories and outfits that are certainly going to be retiring at some point. I know that one of these items was included. I think the hat and the leggings was included at the latest private shopping event. And I know there's another private shopping event here at the end of the month. I unfortunately cannot go. I already have an obligation that I have to attend, but I'll be curious to see what that giveaway item is. Okay, and the American Girl Celebration outfits. Wow, look at these dolls. Don't they all just look so stunning? I love seeing these set up here. When I was at the Chicago store, I was running out of time trying to be considerate of our time since my husband spent, I don't know, hours and hours and hours there. This was, I think it was kind of up by the register, and so it was harder to film without people. Towards the end, it was one of the last displays that I filmed, and it was really quick, and I think also behind glass. I went slow here because look at these details. The Diwali celebration outfit. Can you even, with how beautiful this is? The colors, the embroidery, the details, absolutely stunning. And next, we are looking at the Festival of Breaking the Fast, marking the end of Ramadan, I believe. A really beautiful outfit and important one to have for our American Girl dolls. I love that they had, I've talked about this in videos before, but the cultural celebrations pamphlet that come with all of these outfits in the American Girl box, I think is so beautifully done. And I think I talked about it maybe in my first store tour at Washington, D.C., but I love that they have the cutouts from that. And then we've got the Lunar New Year up next here. The bodice of the red dress is really stunning, especially with the closures, and the details on this is really stunning. I think it's the exact same from that pamphlet, but the cutout explaining what exactly we are celebrating here and our different cultures. And then we've got Kwanzaa. Look at how beautiful and vibrant and gorgeous this is. A stunning pattern, and this also comes with the Kinara, the 7-branch candle holder. They just have the outfit here, but these pieces have a ton of extra special things with them. And then lastly here in the side case, we have the Hanukkah celebration outfit, which I did unbox. When I did my big unboxing for Isabel and Nikki, I wanted both of the girls to be able to wear a Hanukkah dress. So one of them borrowed Rebecca's dress, and then I unboxed this Hanukkah celebration outfit from the cultural celebrations. And the Dia de Muertos celebration outfit, exceptional. Like, look at how beautiful this is. The embroidered flowers, the ruffled off the shoulder detail, the headbands, so beautiful. Exceptional. Like, for the price, I always feel like, oh, that's expensive. Oh, that's expensive. These celebration outfits, worth it. We've got limited Harry Potter stuff, which maybe I don't know how much people pay attention, but I did a huge unboxing of the Harry Potter items, and I split it up into part 1 and part 2 because it was early on in my video making and I had lots to learn still, and it took me forever. And so I wanted to just get it out instead of continuing to work on it. So I split it up into part 1 and part 2. I never went back and did the part 2. I actually am circling back to that and trying to wrap that up now, since these items are likely on their way out from American Girl. But look at how cool this looks. I will always forever say this is so fun because look at the colors. We've got the red for Gryffindor. We've got the green for Slytherin. We've got the blue for Ravenclaw and the yellow for Hufflepuff. These are colors we just don't get to see and enjoy that much, and it is stunning. You will see a part 2 of my Harry Potter videos at some point. I am working on it now. While a lot of the items have retired, a lot of the items you can now get for a good price. Maybe the video won't be very timely, but maybe it'll help you make any last minute decisions on the items that are still available. And can we just give Slytherin a moment here, because dolls and space buns, apparently, I love it. It's so cute, and how she's got her like side bangs or the hair framing her face. This is so cute. So cute. Love it. I actually recently bought this doll on the sale before they switched over to the new Truly Me outfits. And every time I see this doll, she's so cute. I am excited to unbox her at some point. Love that Hufflepuff has their owl as well, which shout out to whoever realized whose owl, that this might be one of the Weasley's owls. You all, and people with that trivia knowledge, I applaud and am so impressed by. Okay, and then I have this really bad photograph of where the restrooms are, just in case you're curious for the actual layout of the store tour. I grabbed this photo real quick just to show you. And then also there is a table where they have clearance items, the last chance, I think they call it, section of various items. This usually matches pretty well online. As you can see here, we've got Corinne and Gwen stuff and a bit of Kavi stuff. We've got that Morocco outfit, which I think that Morocco was one of those giveaway items at one of their events as well. We've got a handful, well, we've got all 3 of the World by Us doll books. I've already done a big World by Us unboxing video, but I haven't read the dolls' books. I would really like to do that, especially since Yvette is one of my favorite dolls. She is the reason why I stepped outside of the historical collections, and also why she is currently my picture here for YouTube. Okay, back to where the Harry Potter was, just to the left of it, limited Kavi's item. This doll looking a little rough here, but we've got the backstage theater trunk, and we also have her Bollywood dance costume, which I think is a sold out. I don't know. I feel like I keep seeing it and not seeing it and seeing it and not seeing it. But let's look at the celebration space or the cafe. What do they call these? Probably something different at each store because I think they're all a little different. But I don't know. I've never been to one of these. I've never taken the time to enjoy one of the American Girl stores outside of filming and buying things. I hope to one day maybe have a sit down and enjoy the menu. I wanted to show the cafe space and then show the AG cafe because we've got the same red flowers in this playset as what they have at the cafe. Maybe I'm wrong, but the Day at AG cafe set and the colors, the black and white and the pink, it feels very 90s, very Isabel and Nikki Hoffman to me. I love in this set, and one of you all is the one that pointed this out for me, and that is the mini doll. The mini Truly Me 129 with a cotton candy pink and blue hair in the adorable little sequin dress. I did not realize this set had that doll until somebody pointed that out in the comments. Thank you all so much. Like, this is what makes this so fun, is truly rediscovering this world of American Girl doll with all of you. And then we had another display for the pets, all the pets and their names, and I'm slowly gaining more and more appreciation for the pets, but generally I see it as just like another expense on top of all the other expenses. However, let's give a moment for this poodle and this display, one of the top displays, and I even made a YouTube short. I don't know if you guys watched the shorts, but I made a YouTube short to showcase how cute this. But before I show that, we do have all of the dolls and then those Truly Me accessory sets, I think, that you can like pick as part of that bundle item. I've never done it, but yeah, there we see the step 3, select 2 accessories or a pet. Sorry, I misspoke. And for the coolest and for the most stylish one at the American Girl display, this one. And then they had this like mannequin with the jacket, the girl's jacket, and then also the girl's stuffed animal. And we see that famous gazebo they like to include so much, which, I mean, it's a pretty gazebo now that I could actually see what it is in the backdrop. But we have some puppy love here in this display case with the girl. Look at those braids. That's impressive. If you can do those kinds of things, that truly, I should try to learn, but I know it takes practice, but I also think there's some skill to it. And we have so many of the dogs and the puppies all throughout. We've got the pet adoption day. I guess that's the Pups Place Doghouse, which shows limited quantities. I don't even know if I've ever even really noticed it, but there's so many things when it comes to the pets alone. And then looks like we're camping. We've got some stars out and we are all enjoying that waking up is rough, all matching in those PJs with that adorable robe with Bruiser. What is this dog's name? Because I really feel like it should be Bruiser. It's Barker. Barker Posey. In the description, American Girl says, she may be small, but Barker Posey has a big personality and an even bigger heart. How cute. And then we see Daffodil and also the Shipoo. I don't know dogs very well. Now the Nashville store is on the smaller side. I do have a video of the Chicago flagship store, and I also have a video of the Washington DC store. I alluded in my other video that we were going American Girl store hopping. And so here we are with our final part here before, who knows, maybe I'll get to go to another store in 2025, although I have no plans, even though I had no plans to go to this store either. Let's scan the store. Believe it or not, I was able to get this without any people in it, and the store was super busy and crawling with people. But we see here a quick overview of displays upon displays upon displays. And truly me 103 here working, it looks like we're volunteering at the pet spa and daycare, which we saw before in summer section, but I think they certainly remove a lot of these accessories when the items are out and available to be played with or walk away. Now we can see all of the fun items. And we see also the cat care essentials. Never knew they even had this. We see a historical item where she's hanging out on Courtney's beanbag chair, which I love the beanbag chairs because the dolls can sit in so much easier. Oh, here, I'll grab a quick screenshot of this where the doll salon was. And then back to that pet spa and daycare. It was so busy, but look how cute. And we've got all of the dolls here, another display. And I love that they have a red fire hydrant and it looks like a downtown view. This girl wearing, I think this is the city. What's it called? I just remembered it. Fun in the City. And then we've got all of the dolls with their names and their personalities, and then what the item that is magnetized that they're able to hold. Tropical Taffy Poodle. That's the one. And this is the display. This is the display. I hoped I had taken footage of it horizontal so we could really get a good look at it. The coolest outfit in the entire store. But look at this happy birthday display here. Very fun. And they brought out some of the Birthstone collection outfits and then also the celebrity chic outfit there. I love it when dolls hold these like banners. I just think it's so precious. And then we've got more of the Birthstone outfits, and these girls are so stylish, and it looks like they're doing the everyday activities, which why not be glamorous when you are grabbing the milk out of the fridge and doing the dishes and whatever else they're doing in this display. Looks like Bruiser, or I really feel like they should have named him Bruiser because I will never know what this dog's name is. But looks like we've got the dog hanging out under the little bitty baby chair. High top chair? What are these called? Is it obvious I don't have kids? High chair set. Okay, so we've got one of the dolls looking oh so glamorous again in those in this Birthstone collection outfit and feeding the little bitty baby. And then now we've circled back around and we can see doll 118 doing the dishes. And then getting another overview, we see just how big that Lila poster is, and we've got just this corner to go, and then we have covered the whole store. I say that. And then we've got WellieWishers, we've got Disney, we've got the Bitty Baby section, all to still cover. But first, this back corner here, or front corner, I don't know. It's back by the Celebration, the restaurant, the Café. And we've got the coffee shop here. This set has so many pieces. When I first saw this at the store in Washington, D.C., I did not realize how expansive this set was. I don't know if it was because it was in one display case and like front to back, whereas this just seems so much larger. Maybe it's because of how they have it set up here. But regardless, this is really, I've learned to really appreciate this. I think the blue color, it's bright, it's beautiful, it's bold. I think it threw me off at first when I first saw it, but I don't know if I've grown accustomed to it, but I actually really like the blue. And I for sure like the Team AG navy dress set. I think this got mixed reviews when it first came out, but I have loved this dress and its red belt from the beginning. Now, we've got a lot of school stuff up next, and we've got these outfits, the school day outfit set, where there's 3 outfits and mix and match pieces. I love how they have the pink cardigan wrapped around that doll's waist, even if you can tell that the sleeves are just a little too short and maybe they had to cheat with some tape to keep it on the doll. And the other doll in this display, Space Buns, which to me is adorable. I really should have brought a doll with me to the AG store so I could have them do Space Buns for one of my dolls so I could start enjoying it within my collection. And then around the corner here, we've got the juice bar. I did not realize that this blue matches the other set. That's why that coffee barista set looked so much larger than I remembered, because of the juice bar is included here. And then they also have this separate section with the juice bar on the back side as well, displaying exactly what comes in that set. Hey, better, hey, better. We've got the softball girls next, wearing their softball star uniform. I don't know what I think about this, because I love it, but maybe it's just because I was first introduced to this uniform at the store where they always have the dolls with their teammates. And I think it's just so cute to see the dolls together, all wearing the same uniform, being on the same team. And that's why I've struggled to purchase this, because if I buy one, we're not on a team, and I want my dolls to all be on the same team. But at this price tag, there is no way I would be buying multiples. Either way, the display case is adorable. Look at the doll taking off her sock there and doing some stretches at the very end. I also love how the American Girl stands are doubles for a softball base, like the girl standing on like first base, second base on this baseball diamond. Just a side note, but I think it's really a fun correlation. We've got more school stuff up next, which this is the Right On desk set. When I was a kid, I would be all about this set. I loved school supplies. It was my most favorite time of the year. Well, second to Christmas, let's be honest. But I loved getting to pick out new school supplies each year. I was so lucky. My mom was a school teacher, and so it was a big deal, the start of the school season and getting ready for school. And it was just such a moment, and I loved it. I won most organized, I don't know, in like 4th grade or 3rd grade or something like that, because I would keep my crayons. This is probably embarrassing. I would keep my crayons completely organized in a row in those like school cases, those hardcover school cases. Now I think they have pouches, but if you're a 90s kid, let me know, and maybe you know what I'm talking about. But those hard plastic containers where we would keep all of our school supplies in. Oh, also in this display, you may have caught it, the colorful Cubbies locker set. This display case also has the Hungry for Hot Lunch set. Our doll there is wearing the Star Student backpack set, and it's so cute how she's reaching for her locker. And another school display case, and this time it is showcasing on top of the Right On desk set. It also includes some of the art stuff from the Love to Explore Art and Science set. This is one of the first items I actually unboxed for my channel when I did a get to know me video where I picked items that reflected my personality or reflected who I am and unboxed them. And this next set is a convergence of several items. We've got the little bitty babies, 2 of them. We've got the little baby stroller. We've got the Team AG outfit. And we also have the new accessory set with that backpack, and then how she's holding onto that water bottle, and she's got the friendship bracelet. They got a lot going on in this case. And then clearly we have another display case that one time at one point was for Kavi, and now we have a violin player as well as Truly Me 109 who is retiring, but look how cute she is there. And speaking of Kavi, we've got one of the Wicked costumes, Glinda. And then on par with all of the performance, we also have Truly Me 127 showing off the Practice to Performance dance set. As cute as these dolls are, it makes me kind of miss Kavi. My time with her was cut short because I wasn't really collecting dolls for her year. But I do have a unboxing her collection video coming up that I'm wrapping up next. And we've got the My First Ballet recital costume. And our doll here is wearing those arm crutches that are also available for purchase. Looks like they're $18 right now. I don't know if that's a price increase or not. And we've got a referee for doll 113 and a soccer star, AG stars, for doll 116. We're going to do a quick look back since we're on the other side of that corner there on the other side of the cafe before we're going to head back up front to where the Disney dolls are. And Disney dolls are certainly taking front stage. Second stage, I don't know. They're close to the front of the store. As hard or as inconceivable it might be for some of us who only know American Girl by its historical collection, it is hard to see Disney dolls as American Girl dolls. It's an odd juxtaposition to see a Disney doll as an American Girl doll, but I certainly have grown accustomed to seeing this, and I have to say I love all of these dolls. And if they're keeping the brand that I love alive and connecting with little girls, I'm all for it. Although I did just gift my niece her very first American Girl doll, and I made sure that she got to choose from the historical doll collection because there's just something about your first American Girl doll, and I wanted to make sure that it was one of the historical dolls. And she chose Molly. That's my girl. I was so proud of her. But also, who doesn't want to be a princess? So these dolls are beautiful. Their gowns are beautiful. Their extra outfits are really fun. And it's fun to connect with something greater, I think. We are going to take a look at the Bitty Baby section, which I have never had a Bitty Baby. I don't know much about Bitty Babies, but they had Bitty Babies and WellieWishers in this back corner. And the WellieWishers, I think, are really cute. I like this dragons and castle theme, and I think it's really precious. I am curious to know what they're going to be doing with these dolls. Are they changing them up? Are they... I don't know. I won't even theorize because I have no idea. But they were on sale on this last Amazon Prime day, and I did pick up the WellieWishers just because I don't know what's going to happen to them. I wanted to grab them while they were still available, a pretty good price. I don't have any of their items though. Their play sets, the Royal Canopy Bed, or the Seashell Salon. That's hard to say. Seashell Salon. The Treehouse Castle. Any of their items I do not have, but I gotta draw the line in the sand somewhere. I wanted to grab some more footage though of the Bitty Babies in case you are at all curious. And I was certainly curious because this one is so cute with that outfit. Is it the blue color? Is it the polar bear? Is it the overalls? I don't know, but this blue bear overall set for the Bitty Babies is so cute. They also have a pink version that is the pink bunny overalls, and of course they're gonna have some ballerinas because what would American Girl be without dance? And then also a tea set in Bitty's Bunny Friend and Friendship Counts board book. Okay, all of this is so cute. I need to avert my eyes. And lastly, I would like to issue a formal apology to one of the new items from American Girl. The Bitty Baby Splash Pool. Now, this item now costs $50. $50, half of $100. And I, in one of my shorts, was like, never, no way, I don't get it. Seeing it in the store, it is more substantial. It does seem like a higher quality. And there was a kid playing with this most of the time that I was at the store. I don't know. I don't know. Do we like this? Do you like the Bitty Baby Splash Pool? Would you pay $50 for this? Am I mistaken? Am I just being cheap? The Ladybug, when pressed, water will mist from the flower for extra excitement with Bitty Baby Splash. Pump for sprayer is removable for easy draining and drying. Okay, so maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. I certainly won't always get things right. Maybe I'll love something and not love it. Maybe I won't love something and end up loving it. I don't know, but what I will get right every time is how much I love American Girl, and I appreciate you joining me for another store tour as we wrap up this tour of the Nashville, Tennessee, which is in Franklin, Tennessee store. If you enjoyed this video, I would just ask, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying really hard to hit 1,000 before the end of my birthday month, which is next month. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. It means the world to me, and thank you so much for joining.